Aguten. The previous shirim we mentioned the Gemara. The Gemara says, "Omar Rav, Asidim b'churei Yisrael shitni reich tev talavona." That the b'churei Yisrael are when Mashiach comes are going to be giving out a reich tev, a geshmak reich, like the lavonim, which is the Ketores from the Beis Hamikdash. We explained from the Targum and Rashi, and that we're talking about side the Bachrim, side the Bonois, the Bonois, both of them, if they hold themselves b'kedusha, b'chur Yisrael shaloi tamatam chet, then also Lavoi, they will be giving out a moediger reach azevi the Akteras. We pointed out that they're going to build that Dafka the Akteras, which comes from the Heichel, that in Schistin Kedusha they build the Heichel, and we said that the Shulchan is the avodah from the husband, and the Menorah is the avodah from the wife, and the Akteras is the husband and wife together to bring the Shechina. And if they hold themselves to Kedusha, also the Lavoi, they're going to give out the Kedush, they're going to give out the Reach Toiv from Azevi Keteris. I would like to delve a little deeper into what this means. The Gemara says in Masechtas Yuma, Omer Rabba Barachana, Miyishalayim lo Yerichoi, from Yishalayim to Yerichoi. First, before I start that, I would like to point out that this week obviously is Pashas Tetzava. Pashas Tetzava, the last thing in the Pashas Tetzava, after we mentioned everything from the Mishkan, the Torah speaks about the Ketores, the Mizbeach Hazov. Mizbeach Hazov that we're talking about now, from there was the Ketores and the Heichel. The Torah just mentions that after we finished everything Beis Mikdash, everything from the Mishkan was already finished. We speak about the Nigdash B'Kavoidi. Then the Torah goes back and it speaks about the Mizbeach Hazov, which is a very fascinating thing, because why would the Torah skip the Mizbeach Hazov right after everything, the whole Mishkan? It's a fascinating question. It's a tremendous question. Why couldn't it be written together with the Shulchan and the Menorah? What is with the Mizbeach Hazov that deserves its own place, not part of the Mishkan, only after everything? The Archaim HaKadosh says that the reason is because the Mizbeach Hazov was one thing which was nignas, which was hidden, and wasn't saved for the Beis Hamikdash. Beis Hamikdash was made with a new Mizbeach Hazov. They didn't use the one from Moshe Rabbeinu. Shver Teretz, because why would for that itself? Because the Torah, because Moshe we wouldn't continue using Moshe Rabbeinu's Mizbeach Hazov. For that itself, the Torah is Mishana, the whole Seder. Write it in the right place, and then make a Rebbe, so that it won't be L'Doris. The other pshat I saw could be that was Mizbeach Hazov is not ma'akev. You need Mizbeach Oil. You need Mizbeach Hazov. You don't need. You can be maked by the Eved. You can be maked by Mokam Mizbeach Hazov. It's also shvei. L'mais, it's part of the kelim. Just for that, it shouldn't be written together. Shvei shaila, very shvei shaila, very shvei shaila. Based on the way we understand what the Mizbeach Hazov is, it's shvei. Obviously, from the Seder Parsha, it seems like there's a reason that it can't be included in the Mishkan. It's a specific reason. And the Be'ez Hashem will explore this Indian. The Gemara in Yuma says, Omer Rabba Barachana. Rabba Barachana said, Yishalayim to Yerichai, from Yishalayim to Yerichai, Asara Parsois was 10 parsa. 10 parsa is 40 kilometers. So 4 kilometers per parsa, it's 40 kilometers from Yishalayim to Yerichai. And the Gemara says that when they opened up the Heichel, the doors of the Heichel, you were able to hear the Heichel 8 parsois from Yerushalayim. 8 Tchumis Shabbos from Yerushalayim. And the Gemara says like this. The Gemara goes on and says, The goats of Yerichai would sneeze from the reich hakteris. The reich hakteris was so great, so tremendous. It would travel so far until Yerichai. On the Jordanian border, you would smell the reich from the Ketores in Yerichai. Ad kedei kach, that the goats would sneeze from it. The Gemara says that the ladies in Yerichai did not need to use perfume. In the olden days, perfume was a major thing because people would smell and they would cover it up with perfume. Besides that, ladies like perfume because I'll say it's the most liked thing with perfume. And it was so strong, the smell of K'teres, that the ladies in Yerichai smelled great, and they didn't need anything else from the outside to make them smell good. Mara says the Kala, which uses even more K'teres perfume, the ones in Yerushalayim would not need perfume because of the Reich K'teres. But all women, regular women, would not need a perfume as far as Yerichai, which is 40 kilometers, 10 pesos away from Yerushalayim. That's how strong it was. What's the idea? What's this idea? The idea is, what's the idea of the K'teres that smells so strong? So the Chinuch, based on the Rambam Moed Nevoichim, Mitzvah Kov Gimel says, what's the idea of the Mitzvah of K'teres? Lahagdil kvoid habayis, to make great the covet from the bayis. V'liyas ma'alosa, to me its greatness in maroi and its scariness. Al pnei kol odom should be on the face of every person. Means to say the kedushas habayis, yiras Hashem, which is supposed to come out of the bayis, should be on everyone's face. And how do you get that? It's impossible to make the Yiras Shemayim and the greatness of Kvod Bayis in the heart of a person. Not only with things which speaks to a person. You have to speak a person's language. Through things that bring them tainig v'simcha. That's what brings out the greatness of the Bayis Hashem, of Kvod Shemayim and Yiras Shemayim. V'yidua, Zok the Chinuch, it's Yidua, ki ini hareich hatoiv, the in from a good smell, he dovesh nefesh adam nehenes by. It's something which the nefesh, the soul of a person, enjoys tremendously. In Mes'ava Elov, and he has a taiva for it. In Moshech Alev Harba, a good smell gets a person very, very attracted to it. It's Moshech's heart a lot. The reich hakteris, and the reich from the K'teres, hoy hatoiv she'esh lo yasas b'yadam, was the best possible that a person can make. And that's what, when people came to the Beis HaMikdash, it brought them a tremendous chashivas Beis HaMikdash, because it speaks to them, it's kshmak, and had a taiva for the Mokum HaMikdash, and it spoke to the heart. It brought all the messages. Hashem packaged the messages of the Beis HaMikdash within the beautiful smell. So it went deep. They were very mindful and on the smell, and they brought everything in, and they took in all the messages with that. And that's how the Avodas HaKehanim, the Shchit, and the Geshira, everything went in within this package of beautiful smell. Chazal say, from Yerichai, they would be smelled in the time of they would make K'teres. Yerichai ad Yerushalayim. That's how powerful. That was the idea. So when someone was walking Yerichai, someone was walking 40 kilometers from Yerushalayim, the smell and the awe, that came with it was so powerful that it made the goats sneeze, and the ladies didn't need to have besam. That was the idea of the K'teres. There was a way, we didn't have such things today, that to give a message so far, it takes it takes 8 hours, 7.5 hours to walk from Yerushalayim, from the Beis Hamikdash until Yericho. And all that way, it smelled. It smelled very strong. And that brought off, not only Yericho, obviously all over the place, Mepashtis. And the Kvaychim, it's like, it takes that far, whoever on that orbit, everyone recognized and felt and was misava to the Beis Hamikdash. That's the powerful thing in the invention, we'll call it, that the Beis Hamikdash had of the Torahs. The idea of Bechlal, we find that, what's the idea? This has to do with the idea we always find that Shem and Toy, shame, a name a person has, means to say recognition a person has always connected to the idea of Shem and Toy. Toy Shem and Shem and Toy. It says, it says that a good name is better than a good smell, good shaman, a good perfume. It's a pasuk Kelos. What does the good name have to do with good shaman? Because just like shaman goes very far, it's the only thing that really goes very far. So too, a good name that goes out in public, everyone admires it. It's a lot better than a good shaman. It says in Shir Shirim, Shaman Tirak Shemecha, that your name, Rashi explains, because of the Gvuras that Eibush did in the Mitzrayim, Hashem's name went out very, very far to all the Umas Olam. Shemin. So how's that? How does Shlomo Melech call that Hashem's name going very far? Shemen Tirak Shemecha. That the Shemen from perfume, from the oils which smell. Your name was like it, that I went very, very far. So that's the idea what the Chinuch is saying, that the idea of the Besamim, it's not just, the Besamim was actually a way, it conveyed the shame of the Beis Hamikdash. Shame of the Beis Hamikdash traveled so far, and became so high into people's hearts and minds through the Shemen. It was Toiv Shem Shem and Toiv. It was taken from the Shem and Toiv. It was Toiv Shem of the Beis Hamikdash. And this is the answer to our question. We asked why the K'teris was not mentioned part of the Beis Hamikdash. Because the K'teris had a different tachlis according to the Rambam. The K'teris had a whole different tachlis than all the other things which were in the Beis Hamikdash. The Karbonis, the Sachim, all these things were all avoided to be meratzeh, to find favor Hashem's eyes, either for kapara or kirva, whatever it is all avoided to bring the people closer to Hashem. The idea for the K'teris was a little different, a lot different. It was to bring the Gadlus HaMakom closer to Bnei Adam, they should be mashiv the Makom HaMikdash, a much bigger fanem, a much bigger awe. That's why Hashem gave the K'teris. And now the K'teris, it's interesting, the K'teris was the thing that was closest to the Aron. So there was the Heichel, there was the Shulchan and the Menorah. The Shulchan was the Tzafin, the Menorah was in Dorim, and the K'teris was in the middle, the Mizbeach Hazav was in the middle. And Chazal say, the Mizbeach Hazav, when Rashi brings down, the Drash, Mizbeach Hazav has to be Mechuven Keneged, the Aron. Now, the question is, why does the K'teris, which is the whole idea of K'teris, is to make everything smell good and get all the messages of the Beis Hamikdash should be transmitted into people's hearts through the beauty and the Geshmak of the K'teris. So why wasn't the K'teris in the beginning of the Beis Hamikdash? Should be by the Mizbeach. The Rambam says that smell, the Shrita, so they needed the K'teris also for that reason. Why was the K'teris all the way the closest thing to the Heichel, to the Aron? Why wasn't it earlier to make the smell, right? When you came to the Beis Hamikdash, you smell beautiful. And the reason I think is because the tachlis of Beis Hamikdash, all the avoided the Beis Hamikdash was to connect with the Aron, the Makom Hashras Hashchina, Lichos Ha'edis, Mishkan Ha'edis, and that was the tachlis. That was the tachlis. So Mechuba connected that was the Keteris. Because Keteris was, yes, the whole Beis Hamikdash is giving us messages, and Keteris is supposed to package it, and we should all take those messages into ourselves. But the biggest message, the biggest awe, is Lo min hamikdash ata yora elo min mish tziva ba. Only they're not scared of the walls of the Beis Hamikdash. Only the Hashras Hashchina that is there, and the tzivim of the Rebbeinu Shalom. And where is that? That shows the most, the Aron, the Kruvim, Makom Hashras Hashchina. So right next to that was the Keteris, to understand that, and not only that, it has to be directly connected, because the Keteris is supposed to give the message of the Luchos and the Aron to the whole world, to the whole Yerushalayim. Until Yericha, you should be able to margish the Luchos Habris, and the awe from Hashem should be in everyone's hearts. To understand that all the avodah which is being going around the Luchos is all. This is something which we have to keep our minds on and connect with. That is and that's the reason why it's after the whole Mishkan, because it's not part of the Mishkan. It's supposed to bring the Mishkan to us. It's another thing which we shall put in there. Now we'll go back to the Gemara of Asid B'churi Yisrael Litin Reich Tev Kol Avonim. Shaloi Tami Tam Asid B'churi Yisrael Shaloi Tami Tam Chet Litin Reich Kol Avonim. The idea is, this is the idea. Why? What does this mean? What this means is that B'churi Yisrael Shaloi Tami Tam Chet. B'churi Yisrael, it says the pasuk in Mishlei, it says Feres Bachar Koycham. The beauty of a Bachar is his koyach. The young years, a person's fire, his eish, is very strong, and eish atayva, and all the eishes are tremendously awakened, and they have the young age. You still have koyach. You still have a desire tremendous desire for everything, and the Bachar Shaloi Tam Chet is the Gevura. This is the morals masbet. The Gevura of a Kibush HaYetzer, that is very awe-astounding. Hashem's name went out Kashem in times of the Yetzias Mitzrayim because of the awe they had, the Gevura that he showed, Hashem Gibur Melchama, Hashem Shemoi. That the Gevura, that's what people were in awe of. B'churi Yisrael Shaloi Tam Chet. B'churi Yisrael that keeps themselves kedusha. They have desires which are going very strong. But what? They hold themselves kedusha. It doesn't mean dafka. B'churim that are not married. Of course, b'churim that are married. They don't have pas basali. But the younger age, that shkei stark, sefayet, stafayda, and he holds himself back. His kovish is yetzer. Das is a moedig his spilus was mispal from. Das great Hashem. That's what people say. Wow, look at these people. They hold themselves pure. They're on fire. Their desire is still strong, and they know how to hold themselves strong. This brings in a kiddush Hashem. This is what the Umas Ha'olam are very nispal. We say on such a person to say, "Plani shalom de Torah re'ikam ino ma'isam." Look at how good his ma'isam are. How much sukun ma'isam. How musukin, how correct his ma'isam are. And on this person it says, Hashem is mispal with such a person. He brings out this person, these younger people that their desires on full strength, full koyach. They bring that is a gevura, and they hold themselves strong, and they guide it the right way. That is what brings awe to this world. That people call themselves strong. And that's what brings Kvod Shemayim. That is the main Kvod Shemayim. The Ramban says like this. The Ramban brings down the Gemara of Asid B'churi Yisrael Reich Tam Avonim. Where does he bring this down? In the pasuk that it says after Matan Torah, according to the Ramban Shittit, that the Noram were sheichet the karbonis after Matan Torah for Hoidah, the Torah they were makabel. And the Ramban explains. He says more the words over there. He says, why did the Bachrim, the Na'arim, he says, Bachar Yisrael Shaloi Tam Chet. Why were they makriv? Ki heim hanavchorim ba'am b'hakdoshim b'am. These Na'arim that are holding so strong, and they're not chayter, They are the mevchorim from the Klal Yisrael. They are the chosen of Klal Yisrael. That's why they are the ones to bring the karbanos, because they are the chosen ones of Klal Yisrael. And he says, and then he brings down the Gemara that it says, "B'churi Yisrael shelo yitam chaylit reach kater kalvanin." Reach is a mavur that it was the most chavazdik thing. That's what the Chinuch says before. That's what Chazal say, that the reach by Noshim at least was the most chavazdik thing. And so the Bachrim, when we're saying the Bachrim are reach kater kalvanin, they were the most cherished. They were the most cherished. That means they're the most cherished from Klal Yisrael. And kiheim hanevchorim ba'am. They were the nevchorim ba'am. So they were the ones that were making karbonos. La'acha matan Torah. And so the Ramban is teaching us that this Chazal, why are they the ones that to Makav Sidin B'churi Yisrael Re'ach Tel Kavanan is because they are the cherished, because they weren't Choyte. What does that mean? What's he saying? Because the godless from Klal Yisrael, that the Klal Yisrael is shayl to themselves. They're not like the Umas Oil do whatever they want. They are control, and they use their koiches for the right things. Where is that seen? That's be'ikr seen by Bochrim, that they hold themselves strong and they use their koiches to the right stuff. There is shown the beauty of Klal Yisrael, the correctness and the godless hanefesh of Klal Yisrael, and that's why the Bechurim are the most cherished of Klal Yisrael. So the idea is that the same idea as the K'tayris. The K'tayris was what? Was supposed to make the Beis Hamikdash cherished in everyone's eyes. The Bechurei Yisrael are the ones that make Klal Yisrael cherished in the whole world. They bring out their reach toiv. They bring out the gewaltige Raguin to Klal Yisrael. That is the idea of why the Bechurei Yisrael is sitting in reich toiv kalvanim, because just like the Ketores, maybe there was a whole other avodas in the Beis Hamikdash, a tremendous amount of other avodas in the Beis Hamikdash. Maybe it wasn't even the main avodah be'etzem. But what through the Ketores was the Beis Hamikdash was cherished, and it was so beloved, and all the messages got clear to everyone. It got into their hearts. So too, B'churi Yisrael, they are the example of what Klal Yisrael is supposed to signify. And they make Klal Yisrael cherished in the eyes of everyone. That's why the Asad Lavai, they're going to be giving a Sidin Reich Toiv Kalavanan. They'll be giving, what's the idea of Sidin Reich Toiv Kalavanan? Sidin, what's the Afghan Asad Lavai? In the Asad Lavai, it's going to be Mala Aretz Deis Hashem. Ki Mala Aretz Deis Hashem. Everyone's going to know Hashem does Lavai. And everyone's going to know Asad Lavai, Ki Mala Aretz Deis Hashem. That's going to be a B'kayach, all the Maisim that come out from all along until the Asad Lavai. The Asad Lavai is going to be a schar of Olam Hazeh. And the Mala Eretz Deis Hashem Asad Lavai is going to be a Tetzah and the avoid of Olam Hazeh. And the Kvod Shemayim on this world, and the Olam Hazeh was through who? Was through B'churi Yisrael. So the Asad Lavai, what B'churi Yisrael in Reich Toiv Kalvanim, what does that mean? That even Asad Lavai, when it's Kimal Eretz Deis Hashem, who is going to be the one that's going to signify the Mother Eretz Deis Hashem? Who is going to bring out that beauty, the cherished, everyone's going to love? In the time when the Yetzirah is not going to be shaylit. But who are we going to look at? They're going to say, wow, this is the reason why right now, in La'asad Lavai, Hashem's name is cherished. That's going to be the B'churi Yisrael. They'll written Reich Toiv Kalvanim, that just like the Ketores makes the Beis Hamikdash beloved in everyone's eyes, La'asad Lavai, listen good, La'asad Lavai, the Hashem's name is going to be cherished only b'koyach B'churi Yisrael, which are going to be nimtza them. Why after them? Because La'asad Lavai is going to be a toilada of all the koiches of B'churi Yisrael of Olam Hazeh. And the Bechurim from Allah are going to signify of the avodah of Klal Yisrael b'shnois bachrusa. Their avodah was the one that May Hashem cherished, and their avodah that's going to be the one that's going to cherish Hashem's name, L'asad Lavai. So even L'asad Lavai, which is going to mirror our Ma'asim Ba'olam Hazeh, L'asad Lavai, the Bachram are going to signify the avodah of Kol Klal Yisrael. All Klal Yisrael had the avodah of Bachram. So L'asad Lavai, the Bachram are going to make Hashem be cherished also. And that was B'koyach all the Ma'asim of Olam Hazeh. Now, just to end with this, now we have a much deeper insight of what we said, that Chazal say that Bukhari Yisrael Shloitam Tam Chet and B'nai Yisrael Sha'ogdis Peschem Lebaleim, that El Elu that it's Shomer themselves is Ki'ili Nivna Hechel B'Yomeim. So we said that because we see from here that because they're Ma'asim, they're doing Ma'asim, which is right to build the Beis Mikdash, to build the Heichel, and even the ones that were not Zeichen, their lives, Beis Mikdash should be built, but in Hashem's eyes, it's Ki'ili Nivna B'Yameim. Why Davke B'churi Yisrael? Why Davke B'nai Yisrael? Or what's the God Ladar? What's the episode? Because the Ikar Ma'asim, which bring out Gadlus Hashem, Ikar Ma'asim, which give out the schar to build the Beis Mikdash, to create L'asad Lavai. Even in L'asad Lavai, it can be Mol Oretz Deis Hashem. It's going to be B'koyach their Ma'asim. Is because they're the ones who are in full koyach. They're the ones that have the hardest to be shayach themselves. If they're the ones to be hardest to shayach themselves, their Ma'asim are most chashav. If there are Ma'asim shel kedusha, which is right to build the Beis Mikdash, it's only the Ma'asim which are for Bachram, because no one else has that koyach in their Ma'asim. So it's taka like that. B'churi Yisrael are taka the ones that have the koyach. They're not just gradually shtel to copy and paste to them to build the Beis Mikdash. No, it's their koyach of the Ma'asim which no one else has, that it's right to build the Beis Mikdash in their schus. The aim is to give us all, ganz Klal Yisrael, the koyach, the B'churi Yisrael, to be goyven, to be shoylet on all the ritzonos, to use it the right way, to be nachas ruach, the Bayan Shalom.